Did you know that going into retail can kill a beauty brand? Let me tell you how. Most brands start out selling direct to consumer, which we call D2C. Usually D2C sales start very slow unless you already have an audience or you're spending a ton of money on marketing. Many founders have a goal of getting into retail as soon as possible, but that's not the best decision unless you already have a large community. And that's because of how retail works from a financial perspective and a psychological perspective. Most retailers take at least 55 to 60% of your price of your product. So if you have a product that sells for $100, a retail would buy it from you for $40 and then sell it at full price. The benefit is that retailers are buying thousands of products compared to a regular customer who's just buying like one or two things. However, you still have to pay to create all of those units of product, which costs a lot of money, and which is why a lot of brands, when they're trying to expand into retail, will look for investors to help fund that. This retailer then becomes your biggest customer, and it has so much influence on the products that you make because they can pick and choose what they want to carry in their stores. And many of them will make suggestions to your brand over time based on what they see trending on the market. The other piece of this is that many people shop at retailers to buy products they already know and like. It's not as much for finding new things and product discovery. This is why having a strong community before going into retail is so important. So people who already love your stuff can now get it more accessibly. Think of this new wave of creator brands. Dude, Dr. Idris, Experiment, they all had massive and engaged communities before going into a retailer, which is smart because let's say you're in a retailer and the retailer wants to see, I don't know, a $24 lip balm in multiple shades, maybe with some peptides. If that doesn't really align with your brand and you have a strong community in place, you can give some pushback on that and say it doesn't make sense for our brand and our people. But if you don't and you're relying on that retailer to sell your brand essentially, then you probably will just do whatever they say in order to keep your brand in that store. But think about it. If you're in a retailer, you're making minimum 60% less for each of those products that get sold. And if you didn't have a strong community beforehand, not a lot of people are going to be buying your products in store because they don't know you. They're just going to buy all their favorite stuff. And without a strong community, you're also probably not selling a lot direct to consumer. All of this, plus the fact that you had to pay to make all of these products for this retailer, might mean that you don't have the money to sustain your business, all because of this retailer. I talk a lot about the formulation and science behind beauty, but not so much of the business side. But if you want more things like this, please let me know.